Starting March 1st, AT&T is going to penalize their unlimited data users who go over a certain cap. It's 3 gigabytes in this case, whatever that means. But once you go over that level, you're not going to be able to surf the internet or do whatever it is that you want to do at the same speed that you normally do. In fact, it's going to feel pretty bad.
So it'll slow down the speed in which you can
considerably, yeah.
access.
It's a sort of an intolerable level.
So AT&T underinvests in its network, and its solution is to punish its customers? It sounds like another, classic kind of AT&T response.
There's definitely debate over underinvestment, and they've spent years fighting off the perception that their network is terrible, right? What's going on here is that carriers are sick of being sort of dumb pipes, and they want to make money as increased video and internet traffic and everything else flows over wireless networks and into iPads and iPhones and all that stuff. So 2 years ago, for any new customer, they got rid of unlimited plans, and you had to sort of pay as you went, or you had to pay for the amount of data that you were using. And then they raised those prices in January, and now what they're doing basically is if you're one of the 17 million consumers who were grandfathered in under the old unlimited plans, you're going to get your data speeds cut if you go over a certain cap. So basically you're being put into a tiered plan whether you like it or not.
Now I know a lot of people hesitated on switching to Verizon, especially iPhone users, when this came out because they were grandfathered into those unlimited plans.
Yes.
Do we expect now that that unlimited grandfathered plan is going away, that we could see perhaps a boon to Verizon if a lot of AT&T customers decide, well, I'm not going to stay here anymore?
It's a really good point. Not to Verizon probably because they have the same deal. They're not, new customers can't get an unlimited plan on Verizon, but they can at Sprint. So if you're willing to,
Sprint, they're known for unlimited. That's sort of their
exactly. So they're still offering an unlimited plan. So you could, So there are options for people to switch if they do decide they want to switch.
Is this legal? I mean, it seems like, hey, I signed up for one plan. This sounds like a little bit of a bait and switch.
Right. The plans do let the company adjust them at will. So legal, yes. Consumer friendly. I mean,
debate.
I see where you're coming from, yeah.
And I know that AT&T and other carriers are also trying to get more broadband space from the government. How is that going? Where do we stand on that? Do we expect that our carriers will be getting more of this soon?
They actually had a big win recently because, as part of the deficit negotiations and the extension of the payroll tax and all this, the Congress has authorized auctions of broadband spectrum. So there should be some coming. The thing that the carriers always say is that if it takes 2 years for the auction to get going and for the spectrum to be awarded, it's going to take several more years for that to be lit up and put into place. So they've got half a decade, they figure, where they've got to make do somehow. And one of the ways they're going to try and do that, obviously, is by putting more price signals into the market, making people pay for the data they use, so they have incentives to kind of rein it in a little bit, and also then be able to capture more money as data use goes up.
So at what point am I going to be penalized? I'm a relatively low volume user of internet on my mobile device.
Right.
Am I going to feel it, or are the bars being set low enough?
I mean, this is the big problem with data is everyone knows what a minute is, right? So it's like if you have 2 hours worth of talk time, you know when you're going over. With data, it's a lot harder to tell, So, it depends on the photo quality or the type, are you downloading or uploading high definition video? These things all matter. So, yeah, if you're in the habit of watching a couple of movies a month and doing, other sorts of normal surfing, uploading photos and things like that, yeah, you could probably hit a cap of 3 gigabytes. But it's trickier to measure, so you've got to keep an eye on it.
All right, so give us your take on how is this going to rock the cellular industry, the smartphone industry? I mean, do you think we're going to see a lot of changes here? Or
I mean, the big carriers have moved away from unlimited plans, but yeah, no, I think it's going to be a hot button issue for sure. I mean, there are 17 million customers who still have this. There's an internet community of users that basically thinks traffic should be free and that and unrestricted, and this puts a pretty heavy restriction on that traffic at a time that new networks are coming up, that new devices are coming out, and it's easier than ever to watch a movie on your phone.
Occupy AT&T.
There you go.
Occupy AT&T.